Pro Football Weekly's primetime preview this week, the Colts and Saints, a rematch from the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. The Saints are coming off a painful loss, literally. Sean Payton hurt during the game last week, didn't coach the second half. Now this week he missed a couple of days of practice. How much do you think that's going to affect the Saints this week, Dan?
Well, Adam, there's a story this week that Sean Payton had an iPad in his hospital bed recovering from that knee surgery and was studying cut-ups of the Colts plays from the week before, and I'm sure he went in depth in looking at what kind of things and what kind of matchups to exploit in this game, as he always does. It does hurt that he wasn't there against the Bucs, and it doesn't help matters that he missed a few days of practice this week, but I don't see him not being on the sideline having a huge impact on this game. What do you think, Arthur?
I'm with you. I think in the end it's probably going to be much ado about nothing. Of course, it made a big impact last week. He wasn't calling plays in the second half, but more to the point, I think the fact that the Saints lost the way they did last week against a divisional opponent is probably going to make them hungrier and really want to, hand one back to the Colts this week, if you will. So I think that that's going to be the bigger issue here.
Yeah, the Colts, that's the last thing they need is a team, an angry Saints team coming at them. But they've played a little better the last couple of weeks. Curtis Painter has brought a little bit of a spark to that offense. But realistically, despite the fact they've played well in primetime this year, they have a chance to even keep this game competitive.
I think it's going to be tough, Dan. And I can't believe I'm even saying it. I don't think Curtis Painter is what we have to worry about here. I think it's the Colts secondary that's going to be a major issue. Jacob Lacey's been struggling. He was benched at halftime last week. The past 2 weeks, they've just been roasted by Matt Castle and Andy Dalton. This is a significant step up, of course, in Drew Brees. I think that they could have issues.
And Drew Brees, of course, coming off kind of a sloppy game against the Buccaneers when he did throw 3 picks and a really costly one at the end of the game. But for me, I want to see how the Saints bounce back in the trenches. They did not do a good job against the Buccaneers on either side of the ball inside. And I think if they don't do a better job against the Colts, this game could be closer than some people think.
Okay, closer than some people think, but does that mean that it's close? I don't think so. Do you realistically think the Colts are going to win this? What's your prediction?
My prediction is the Saints to win by at least a couple of scores, now that we're back in reality here, Adam. Again, anything can happen. I do think the Saints are not above having a letdown again, but I do like them to win by at least 2 scores.
I'm with you. I expect the Saints to win handily. The past couple primetime performances where the Colts played tough, that was against the Steelers, who are no slouch, but not exactly the same offensive juggernaut that the Saints are in the Bucs. So I expect the Saints to take care of business on Sunday night.
The Colts are going to get a win at some point this year. I'm guessing this is not going to be the week, though. That's our primetime preview for the best coverage of the league. Check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.